Every day, she'd steal from my food locker. Same girl, same desperation. I pretended not to notice. It let her keep her dignity.
My name is Commander James Vex. I worked alone on Deep Station 7, a solitary outpost on the edge of known space. My job was simple: maintain systems, conduct research, file reports nobody read. I wasn't supposed to help aliens. Protocol was clear: report all non-human activity to headquarters. Maintain distance. Preserve objectivity. But protocols don't account for humanity. I first noticed the theft 3 weeks after I arrived. Food rations gone from my personal locker. Not much. Never enough to hurt. Just small amounts: a nutrition bar, dried proteins, water pouches. I set up sensors. Tracked the pattern. Every evening at 1900 hours like clockwork. Then I saw her on the station's security feed. She was small, alien, purple-skinned with white hair and enormous eyes. Maybe 8 or 9 years old by human standards. She moved through the maintenance corridors with practiced stealth, careful not to trigger alarms she somehow knew how to avoid. When she reached my locker, she'd carefully open it, take just enough to avoid detection, then disappear. I could have reported it. Should have reported it. Instead, I made a decision that violated every regulation I was supposed to uphold. I started leaving food out for her. Not obviously. That would have violated her dignity. I'd carelessly leave my locker door partially ajar. Place rations where she'd find them during her nightly visits. 2 weeks later, she caught me watching. I was in the station's common area when she realized I was there. Her enormous eyes went wide with fear. She froze, ready to run. "It's okay," I said quietly, not moving. "I won't report you." She didn't believe me. Of course she didn't. Aliens learned early that humans were unpredictable. "Why?" she asked, her voice small and trembling. "Because," I said carefully, "you're not stealing for yourself, are you?" Tears formed in her massive eyes. "My mother is sick," she whispered. "The station's medical facility won't help us. Says we're not authorized to be here. Says we don't matter." She looked at me with desperate hope. "But you're helping anyway." Her name was Lyra. She and her mother had crash-landed on a small asteroid near the station 2 months ago. Her mother had been injured in the crash. Punctured lung. Infection spreading. Without medical attention, she would die. Lyra had been sneaking into the station for weeks, stealing supplies, trying to care for her mother alone in their disabled ship. "Show me," I said. Their ship was barely functional, hidden in a crater on the asteroid below the station. Lyra's mother, Kes, was in the ship's medical bay. Unconscious, fevered, vitals dropping. I ran a full diagnostic. The infection was severe. She needed advanced antibiotics, regeneration therapy, maybe even surgical intervention. Everything the station's medical bay could provide. Everything protocol said I couldn't give to her. I made another choice. I brought them both to the station. Hid them in the maintenance levels. Treated Kes using every medical resource available. For 10 days I worked around the clock. For antibiotics, regeneration treatments, monitoring vitals like her life depended on it. 'Cause it did. Kes slowly stabilized. The infection receded. Her lungs began healing. And Lyra watched her mother come back to life, understanding that a human had risked everything for her family. When headquarters finally discovered them, I expected court-martial, execution. Instead, something unexpected happened. The discovery triggered a massive review of the station's protocols. How had an alien family been living undetected for weeks? How had I maintained the station without reporting them? The investigation dug deeper. It found something else. My reports showing that this asteroid had been flagged for potential alien habitation. My recommendations to headquarters, ignored, suggesting we establish medical aid protocols for distressed spacecraft, regardless of species. My log entries showing I'd been advocating for this policy for months before Lyra arrived. The official ruling came down as unexpected. Instead of punishment, I received a commendation. My protocols were adopted as station policy. Kes and Lyra were granted legal residency. And something bigger happened. My case became precedent. Across the galaxy, stations began reviewing their own protocols. Medical aid to distressed travelers became standard, regardless of species. All because I decided that one girl stealing food from my locker mattered more than regulations. 5 years later, Kes works in the station's medical bay. Lyra is the station's cultural liaison, helping different species understand each other. And I'm still the commander. But now I'm not enforcing isolation. I'm building bridges. Lyra asked me once why I helped them when protocol said not to. Because, I told her, there's a difference between following rules and doing what's right. And sometimes the bravest thing you can do is let someone keep their dignity while you save their life. She smiled. The same smile I first saw when she realized someone actually cared. You broke your own protocols for us, she said. I broke bad protocols for good reasons, I corrected. That's not betrayal. That's growth.